Hi, my name is Ariel Staffin, and I'm currently a junior in the hotel school. I am from Bridgewater, New Jersey, but I'm currently living in Ithaca and taking my classes from here. Some things that I like to do in my free time are pageants. I compete in the Miss America organization. Music, both making it and listening to it. I show cows. I'm in a sorority, Phi Sigma Sigma, and I am the design director for HEC 96. As for my career interests, I love operations and design, and I have hopes to open my own restaurant one day. I'm also currently in the National Guard, so I'll be continuing that career as an officer when I graduate. What talents, skills, background, or experiences do I have that could be used to enrich the learning of the people in this class and that I could add to a team? Well, first of all, I love public speaking, which I know is not a common thing to hear. But because of that, I am super comfortable in front of crowds, both big and small. I am very comfortable talking to people and communicating my point, which I think helps in a team setting especially. I also have a lot of experience leading people between the military and other extracurriculars, so I am good at managing group work and encouraging others so that the whole team thrives. Lastly, I like working with others. Most of my extracurricular activities are team-based activities, so working with people comes naturally to me and it makes team projects fun for me. My cognitive learning style and my approach for problem solving. So I am definitely a kinesthetic or a visual learner. I love including pictures or images in things when I'm explaining something. I think that it really enhances how people absorb material. I also learn really well by doing something. So if I'm trying to understand something, I don't just listen to the explanation, I try to do it alongside the person until I figured it out. I approach problem solving by trying to get other people's takes on the situation, especially if it's an unprecedented one. Seeing how other people are processing change and new information is really helpful for me in problem solving. For example, I'm currently on the HEC Board of Directors, and we're trying to figure out how to make this year's HEC fun and enjoyable during a pandemic. One of my ideas was to look at some records from HECs that also happened in crazy industry disrupting times, say the HEC during World War II, or the one during the recession when people couldn't spend a lot, or even the one after 9/11 when people were afraid to travel. This is just one example, but it's the problem solving approach that I use often to figure things out. What kind of team member am I, and what type of team would I like to be on, and my scheduling constraints? I would say that I'm an even and fair team member. I want to make sure that I'm doing my fair share of the work, but that everyone else is too. I think it is also important to understand every team member's strengths and weaknesses so that various parts of the project can be properly assigned. If one person really enjoys a specific section of the material or understands it well, I think it makes sense to highlight that person and let them take the lead on that part of the project. In terms of scheduling constraints, I don't like being up super late on weekdays because I have training early in the mornings, but other than that, I have a fairly typical class schedule and I'm pretty flexible, and my entire Fridays are free because I don't have classes. That's really nice. How can the hospitality industry address COVID-19 challenges using human resource management principles or policies? I think that two big parts of HR that are affected by COVID are recruitment and team management. With team management, since we are all working virtually, there's a disconnect between the managers and their teams. HR stepping in to ensure solid relationships between employees and leadership is extremely important so that those connections stay solid even when not physically together. In terms of recruitment, companies are obviously not attending career fairs or any other recruiting events, so it is essential that HR makes clear what the company's mission and vision and values are so that potential employees know what to expect even if they can't interview in person or visit the workplace in person. And lastly, posing a question. So my question is, how is HR in the hospitality industry different from other industries, say medical or tech or really anything else? Or do you not think that it differs? I would love to hear what you think about if there is or isn't a difference, so please feel free to chime in with your answer. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to both reading the responses to my question and working with some of y'all on the final project.